Hi, Set 1, Miss Fisher here. I just wanted to go over the pre-reading research assignment just to make sure that you are understanding exactly what I'm asking you to do today in class and also tomorrow. So we are about to begin reading Arthur Miller's play The Crucible, which takes place in Puritan New England during the infamous witch trials of 1692. Miller composed his play during an analogous period in history, the McCarthy trials of the 1950s, during which America saw another regrettable witch hunt. So if you haven't heard about the McCarthy trials, what it was what we call the Red Scare. And during the 1950s, people were so afraid of communists and communism that they randomly sought out people and interviewed them and kind of targeted them to see if they were communist spies. And they just wanted to find people who might have different views than what society typically accepted in America in the 1950s at that time. So they kind of, like I said, sought out randomly to try and find people that they didn't trust. Okay. This assignment asks you to explore the concept of a metaphorical witch hunt. Okay, metaphorical. You can see right there. Okay, I really want you guys to pay attention to that. By conducting research in order to understand the meaning of the term and its component parts, please complete the research assignment outlined below. So you are going to search the internet for references to witch hunt. Be sure to focus on the metaphorical use of the term, not the literal meaning. So you are not going onto the computers and finding me references to the literal Salem witch trials of 1692. I don't need information about that. I know about that, okay? And you pretty much know about that, and you're going to be learning more about it if you don't. This is a way for you to understand, what does it mean to go on a witch hunt for someone? What does it mean to go on a witch hunt? I know this class loves to talk about the clowns, but I was just reading this Rolling Stone article that talked about how I think it was University of Pennsylvania students all got together to go out on a clown hunt, to go out and see what they could find. I mean, it's kind of like that. It's people searching out other people in a way that is kind of targeting them for either certain characteristics, certain beliefs that they might not agree with. Okay, so that is the metaphorical use of the term when you go on a witch hunt for somebody. All right. So I want you to find references in at least 3 different genres, and you can choose from the following categories. Books, you cannot do The Crucible. Magazines, music, poetry, business, politics, art or theater, television or film. An organization, speeches, essays, humor, like jokes or cartoons, letters to the editor, or political cartoons. So I really want you to dig deep into the breadth of Google and see what you can find. Examples of either, it could be literal examples, it could be a real life example of when there was a witch hunt of sorts in American history or in any other kind of any other country's history, or you could find just examples of it in a television show. Maybe there's a movie that kind of has that theme of going on a witch hunt. All right, so you're going to find 3 different examples. Okay, you can't just go and look up all 1950s McCarthyism. Okay, you need to find 3 different examples in 3 different genres. Okay, you're going to find examples that seem to be addressing the idea of witch hunt in the same manner, theme, or idea. Try to find examples that your classmates will not find. Okay, so you should not have the same ones as someone sitting next to you, or anyone else in the room for that matter. So I will be looking for that, okay? So make sure you're working on this independently, and there was a reason for that, okay? So make sure that you are doing this independently and not sharing answers with people. You're going to print these examples and be sure to clearly label the genre of the example. So let's say you find a political cartoon. You're going to print off that political cartoon and label it political cartoon for me so that I know that you know what the genre is. Let's say you find a movie that uses that example. You can print off like the Amazon description of the movie. You could print off the first page of the Wikipedia page for that movie. And then right at the top, movie. Okay, it's not the genre is not Wikipedia. The genre is movie. The genre is not Amazon. The genre is movie, right? But you're finding a description of that movie for me. Okay. So you'll be printing those off from the library, bringing them back in. Remember, you're finding 3. Write a synthesis paragraph explaining what you think the term witch hunt means. So after you found your 3 examples and you've identified the genre, you need to write a synthesis paragraph. Okay, explain what you think the term witch hunt means. Explain how you think this meaning cuts across the different genres you have selected. And you may type and print your paragraph or handwrite it, but I'd prefer, since you have the computers today and tomorrow, that you type your paragraphs. So again, you're going to, 1, explain what you think the term witch hunt means, and then 2, explain how you think this meaning, this metaphorical meaning of what a witch hunt is, cuts across the different genres you have selected. And then you're going to staple your 3 sources and your paragraph together and turn it into your sets bin. And this says by the end of the set, but it's really by the end of the set tomorrow. Okay, so you do have 2 sets. Here's some questions to consider when writing your synthesis paragraph. 1, what socioeconomic conditions are contributing factors? In other words, how do class, gender, race, and or ethnicity seem to play a role? Okay. What psychological tendencies seem to underpin the development of a witch hunt? So in other words, what goes on in a person's mind that leads them to perform a witch hunt? 3, what political conditions are contributing factors? And 4, how does one put a stop to a witch hunt? Okay. So those are all questions to consider when you're writing. You should move right on from finding these 3 examples to your writing. I have a feeling that the majority of you will be able to find all 3 examples today, and then you will be able to start your synthesis paragraph next class. But please remember that tomorrow is our shortened periods because of the pep rally, so you really need to make sure you're using good use of your time, or you're making good use of your time. This is an independent activity. You may have your phones out, but I have advised the sub to take them away or tell you to put them away. If they become a distraction to you, you may have headphones in. This room should be silent, okay? That is the expectation from here on out. Sorry I missed you guys today. My heart is breaking because I'm not with you, but hopefully you guys will find this research project fun, okay? I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.